Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Geekly, and today we have some reactions to the 4th episode of the book of Boba Fett, The Gathering Storm. But first, let's break down the most important moments of the episode. After the whole tribe of Tusken Raiders was wiped out, Boba is out for revenge, but to do that, he needs to get his ship back from Jabba's palace. The palace is heavily guarded, so Boba decides to wait for the night and try again the next day. During the night, he sees a flare in the sky, and we can hear the Mandalorian theme indicating there is a connection to the other Star Wars show. In The Mandalorian Chapter 5, Mando runs into Toro Calican, a young bounty hunter aiming to join the Bounty Hunters Guild by capturing Fennec's aunt. The flare Boba sees is the flare Mando used to block Fennec's night vision in order to get close to her without getting shot. By the time Boba arrives to the spot, hours have passed and Fennec has already been shot by Toro. The fun fact is that he had just probably missed Mando, who also came back to the place but thought Fennec was dead. Boba will recognize the master assassin and will save her life. He knows Fennec will have to repay the debt by helping him get his ship back from Jabba's palace. In the next scene, we get some serious cyberpunk vibes and we can see how Fennec got all that machinery inside of her. Boba uses the credits he got from the Pikes to pay the doctor, who is played by the musician Stephen Brunner. And if you take a closer look, you will notice the doctor has a B-2 battle droid hand, and this particular droid was widely used by the Separatists during the Clone Wars. When Fennec wakes up, Boba explains her the situation and she points out that the Speed Bikers gang couldn't wipe out the whole Tusken tribe. So, who could be behind the massacre? Given the Pike Syndicate's shady past, the crime gang may have decided to kill the Tusken Raiders and frame the Speed Bikers. Knowing full well that Boba would go after the Nikto Riders himself, it's possible the Pike Syndicate decided to kill the Tusken Raiders to save money and not have to work for either group. Plus, they could get revenge on Boba for derailing their operation. Fennec decides to help Boba reclaim his ship for saving her life. After infiltrating in the Jabba's palace, they will face a six-hand chopping droid. The scene pays homage to a fan's favorite Star Wars villain, and of course I'm talking about General Grievous. But the show steals the rat catcher droid. They have a droid for everything in this universe. The cute little bugger shuts himself down when realizing he's facing Boba Fett himself. The scene is actually making fun of Boba telling people his name in that serious and heavy tone. It makes no sense to ask a random rat catching droid if it knows who you are. In the next scene, we see Fennec's skills in full display as she and Boba arrive at the palace garage where Slave One is, and you have probably noticed that no one is referring to the ship as Slave One anymore. That's probably because Disney didn't like the word slave, which is pretty grim, so don't expect to hear that name anytime soon, if ever. In the ship, we can also see two Gamorrean guards trying to stop the duo from taking the ship, and there is a chance they are the same guys Boba spared and now they work as his bodyguards. With Slave One back in his possession, Boba has one more score to settle: the Nikto Speed Bikers. The poor guys never see it coming. They were all blown up and probably for no reason. As I said earlier, probably the Pikes are the ones behind the Tusken's massacre. Now, the only piece missing is Boba's armor. The bounty hunter walked out of the sarlacc pit almost dead, so he doesn't remember the Javas stealing his armor. He believes it's somewhere in the sarlacc, while his armor is probably at the hands of Cobb Vanth right now, who used it to fight the Red Key Raiders and later become the sheriff and the mayor of Freetown. While searching for his armor in the sarlacc, Boba and Fennec will be attacked by its peak in a horror-style jump scare. Unable to shoot it down, Fennec will unleash the ship's most powerful weapon, the seismic charge. Followed by a satisfying sound effect, the bomb will detonate in Sarlacc's beak, killing it once and for all. The first time we saw the weapon being used was by Jango Fett while fighting Obi-Wan in Attack of the Clones, and we have also seen Boba using it to escape the Imperial pursuit in The Mandalorian Season 2. Back in the present, Black Krrsantan is trying to enjoy himself in the Sanctuary, but the sight of Tradoshans really bugs him, so he decides to give them a taste of their own medicine. Trandoshans are known for hunting the Wookiees of Kashyyyk for their pelts, something we saw in the first episode when the Trandoshan pays tribute with a Wookiee pelt, so the Black Wookiee has every reason to hate them. Like Han Solo said to C-3PO while playing holochess on the Millennium Falcon with Chewbacca, a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose. And that's exactly what Krrsantan did to the Trandoshan. The episode ends with Fennec suggesting that we'll need to buy some muscle for the upcoming war with the Pikes. And once again, the Mandalorian theme plays, suggesting that Boba will ask for help from a familiar face. And probably that is going to be the Mandalorian himself. But enough talk, let's watch some reactions. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and for more breakdowns and reactions to your favorite movies and TV shows, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also hit me in the comments with your thoughts on the 4th episode of the Book of Boba Fett, and if you believe we're going to see the Mandalorian in the next episode. Boba needs an army to face the Pike Syndicate that is trying to take over Tatooine, and Mando would be the perfect ally.